Welcome to the Intuitive Hour with psychic medium, author, and intuitive life coach, Michelle Beltran. The Intuitive Hour will empower you to learn how to magnify your intuitive voice. Listen in and expand your understanding of what it means to be psychic and how to awaken, amplify, and trust your inner voice.
How to learn from your dreams and why you should. Our topic for the day. Welcome everyone to the Intuitive Hour. I love this topic on dreams. It's always so fun. And today we're also going to talk a little bit about futuristic dreams. How to tell you're having a dream about the future. All right, so let's begin. So, studies show that most humans, including animals, dream when they sleep. While many people have difficulty recalling their dreams, our bodies do fall into the process during rest, particularly deep rests. In intuitive and psychic and mediumship work, we often look to the dream interpretation, as a learning tool in our subconscious mind. But how can we dissect dream themes and look into the subject as an area of psychic development? If you're curious to know what your dreams are trying to teach you, listen in. We're talking today about those tips for analyzing dreams, as well as what some dreams likely mean. All right, so let's begin with types of dreams. These are dreams you may encounter during rest time. And there's three that are most common that we want to interpret and look at today. To begin, processing and reflective dreams. This is a type of dream. It's one of the most common. It's a dream that focuses on emotional processing. So when we have it, we're working through something emotionally, such as an important relationship in life, maybe a move. These are often dreams that come about as a way to handle events in our waking life. The subconscious mind focuses on these experiences during rest. A common occurrence is for the dream to be a replay of a notable experience. While these can sometimes be a little bit unpleasant, maybe something embarrassing, they're also often replays of enjoyable moments. You may have also felt your dream shift as a result of waking emotions such as stress. Stress dreams are often frantic and foreboding and have a strange, shifting disorientation to them. These dreams, though, are often thought to be our mind's way of handling stress in our waking life, and they help us process. They are like psychology. They are like therapy, a psychology session in our dream. So it's good for us and it's healthy, and we are processing emotions in a positive way when this happens. All right, the next type of dream, we call these deep dreams. Deep dreams are often more vivid, bright in color, very clear and crisp, and they feature great detail. You will notice things in detail in these dreams like you don't in other dreams. It's common for deep dreams to form as one long sequence rather than disjointed snippets, as you might see in other dreams. These dreams often stick with you for long periods of time, sometimes becoming memories. You may still be able to recall a deep dream that you had going way back as a child. These dreams often feel as real as waking life. Though once you've awoken, you can often spot a few things that were clearly off. The last type of dream, those dreaded nightmares, they are actually extremely common, and as we know, they feel negative. Studies show, though, that 85% of adults report having this occasional nightmare, so it's pretty common. You're not alone. Nightmares often become less frequent as we age. Youthful imagination can cause them to have a more violent or vivid form. In adulthood, our nightmares are often forms of real-life stressors. Another characteristic of a nightmare is that the dreams are often left unfinished. The intense themes or stressful nature can sometimes shock a dreamer back awake before the dream is complete. Our nightmares, it turns out, do teach us quite a bit. Your bad dreams could actually help reduce anxiety around real-life situations because they act as emotional dress rehearsals of sorts. It's the mind's way, these bad dreams, of anxiously anticipating bad things and trying to think of what to do. So in some aspects, these dreams are helping you cope and respond and be ready. Keep in mind that nightmares can be enhanced with medications, so be mindful of what you might be taking medicinal-wise that could also be creating these in your night's rest. Let's move on to common dream themes. Now that we've discussed 3 types of dreams, we can now look at forms dreams can take and what sort of themes you can expect that are more common. Animalistic symbols are common theme dreams. The images or sounds of animals have deep symbolic meaning across many cultures, and some theorize that these dreams are linked to the dreams of animals. Some assign oracle-like meanings to animals. However, the difficulty comes from animals meaning different things in different cultures. So be mindful of this as you're interpreting that dream where you're having an animal kind of symbol. As an example, the elephant is seen as sacred in many Eastern cultures, but in most Western cultures, the elephant has less relevance in that way. As such, the dream of an elephant can be interpreted in different ways depending on your culture. Another common dream theme, bodily failure, teeth falling out. Our bodies failing our commands is also a common dream theme. The theme comes into play when you have a dream of your body not being able to accomplish a task. For example, you might have a dream where you were under physical threat. Your attempts to fight back are strange, and maybe you're suddenly unable to muster the physical ability to do so despite wanting to. You move slowly or lethargically. In many interpretations, this is a result of a subconscious mind feeling helpless or powerless. Many other dreams of bodies rotting or rapidly failing, as I mentioned, teeth falling out or skin breaking away, are common symbols of these dreams. A common interpretation here is that these dreams highlight the dreamer's feelings of failing to grow or just failing in general. A third common theme dream, safety. On a bit of the brighter side here, moving on from the last theme, there are many dreams related to safety. You may dream of being in a childhood home or your current home. Most times this may come as a result of feeling safe in this area. Your mind may be trying to retreat to a place where it feels safe and unthreatened. There are other locations that you may relate to safety on a personal level. A favorite park, a close companion's home, or even a hospital could all have similar meanings. So, learning from our dreams, how can we begin to learn to interpret and use our dreams in our life? Well, here are a few things to consider, some successful methods of interpreting your subconscious mind. Start with reflection. That's the first step, and it's a willingness to just reflect on even the most uncomfortable dreams. We've talked a little bit about the nightmare and the body failing dream. Don't be afraid to look deeper into those uncomfortable dreams. There's often meaning waiting for you in the smallest, seemingly insignificant dream. Take the time after you wake to think about the dreams you've just left behind. And then, as the second step, do some journaling. A great way to encourage reflection is to use a dream journal. Now, you don't have to write paragraphs of information. We're not trying to recapture the whole dream. Just the essentials, the details, the standouts, the words you heard, the smells you might have smelled, the song, the symbols, the images, the animals that stood out, particularly in that last dream as you wake. Your journal gives you an avenue to write down what happened and capture it while it's still fresh in your mind. They also give you the ability to later revisit your dream. Otherwise, you may find much of the dream fading from memory, and rather quickly. As you capture it and go back to it, you come back to it often with clarity after time has passed, a new sense of knowing or understanding. And last, discussing. Discussing your dreams with other people if you're unsure, looking for answers. This helps you find meaning that might be hiding, and it's an ideal way to mix socialization with your intuitive psychic development in your dream space. All right, let's talk a little bit now as we begin to wind down the day. I would like to talk about the future dream and how to know you're having it. Just a few quick tips to identify that dream that's trying to guide you and what to look for. First and foremost, visual symbols. Those dreams of the future will often present a visual symbol letting you know time is of the essence. For example, preceding this dream, maybe you see the sun rising. Maybe you see a clock or a calendar. If you're a musician, you might see a metronome. These are all symbols letting you know time is of the essence. Holidays could also be an expression of timing for you. But something to let you know that this dream is mattering, time is of relevance. It may be to come in your waking life ahead. Next, sounds and voices. To identify this future dream, pay particular attention, as I mentioned before, to that last dream before you wake. But if it's a dream of the future, you might wake hearing a song or a few words, and it's not attached to an image or a symbol. If this happens, pay attention. There's a reason you're waking with this echoing in your mind. This is your subconscious requesting you listen to the dream, and it's a clue of connection to your daily life and what's ahead. Be sure to listen and receive the words exactly as you hear them. Don't make assumptions, and take the message word for word. All right, emotional cues. If you feel a strong emotional urgency to pay attention to the dream, then this dream may also be a suggestion that time is of the essence and the dream will come again ahead in life. An example may be a dream of a birthday cake and someone's birthday. This is a feeling of especially intense emotion that you would have around this. So you can identify this emotion-filled dream as it often comes amidst many placid dreams. So you would have just normal, placid dreams, one after the other, and then out of the blue comes this very emotionally engaged, intense dream. So the emotional intensity of the dream is easily noticed, and it might even repeat. All right, everyone. If you're wanting to learn more about your dreams and about dreams of the future, great. You must first begin to be more aware of your dreams. Information in dreams comes to you when it can't reach the waking mind. So work to develop the facility for recalling dreams. As I've shared with you today, a dream journal can be incredibly powerful in helping you recall those higher vibrational messages delivered to you in your sleep. Also, be sure to check out Hemisync Music, and that's spelled HEMISYNC, Hemisync Music specifically for dreams, and listen to that as you fall into your dream space. Last, as we begin to wind down here today, this is an important topic. I've talked about it many times here at the Intuitive Hour. I've also written about this at my blog at michellebeltran.com. Both are wonderful resources for you as you begin to open to this dream space and the power of your subconscious mind and receiving information for yourself here. All right, have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone. I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Intuitive Hour, please consider following, rating, and reviewing the podcast at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. You're welcome to access Michelle's free controlled remote viewing exercise that will empower you to uncover answers to your burning questions about lost objects, events, or people in the past, present, or future. Visit michellebeltran.com to access this free offering and rediscover what was once lost.